you and this team have performed this year. How do you explain what happened today?
We got beat. We got thumped in every aspect of the game, especially on offense. Didn't get it going. I mean, we scored a couple of touchdowns there in late time, but I mean, never got going. I missed some throws. We didn't throw and catch the ball as we normally do, and wasn't our best performance by any means. Obviously, our worst of the year. And credit to those guys. I mean, it's the NFL. Those guys get paid to do this and play at a high level, and they came in here and were more prepared for this game and did a great job, did better than we did, and just beat us, plain and simple.
Dak, how did 2 weeks away from, real game speed, how did that impact you today?
I mean, obviously, I wasn't as clean as I normally am or as I have been. Tough to say and blame that. I mean, I spent a lot of time off and came back in the first game different, so I'm not going to sit there and blame 2 weeks when I had a great week of practice that I had under my belt coming into this one. I just missed some throws, and we just weren't our normal selves in the passing game, and when we needed to be, we didn't execute.
How does your calf feel now, and how did it hold up during the game?
Held up fine. It was great. I mean, did a lot of moving, did a lot of scrambling there, getting outside of the pocket. No issues. Hadn't felt it. I'm fine.
What things did they do that caused you the most problems?
I mean, they were more physical than us. I think this is the first time all year that we weren't the more physical team. But to say that they did something we weren't expecting or we weren't ready for, to say that they did something to stop us, they're more physical. We didn't execute, as I said. We didn't throw in catches the way we've done all season long. And on those third downs and even in the fourth downs when we needed to execute, I missed a throw. We dropped some passes, and we weren't clean. And it starts with me, and we'll be able to move forward from this and learn from this. But credit to those guys.
How shocked are you that you guys had a performance like this where you're flat?
One more time.
How shocked are you to have a performance like this as a team?
Yeah, I mean, definitely shocked. As I said, they whooped us on every aspect. They beat us, and that's not something you ever think about or ever envision happening. But something we'll learn from. We'll learn from every aspect of it: offense, defense, special teams, situationally, especially. And we've just got to be better. We've got to play a cleaner game. We've got to start faster in a noon game like this. And they did a better job at it and got on us fast. And we were playing from behind, and we weren't able to do anything.
Did you feel it was important for you to stay in all the way to the end because the offense was struggling so much and you needed to kind of get something going into the next game?
Say the beginning of that?
The fact that, I mean, you're coming off an injury, but you play right through till the end. Was part of that because the offense was struggling so much and you guys needed to get something going? Or is this?
I mean, there was a game left out there to be played. I don't think never crossed my mind that I was coming out of the game. And I think if somebody would have tried to make that decision, I would have told them I wasn't. We needed to get something going. We needed to get some energy, some momentum. We need to show our fight, our resiliency, something that's won us a lot of games. And when we're getting beat like that, you've got to show your character. And I think that starts with all of us staying in the game and fighting to the end and trying to get some momentum or something going just to take from this game. And, I never thought about ever coming out of that.
You had a 4th and short. Looked like I don't know if it slipped out your hands or it was tipped, but it was uncharacteristic of you. What happened on that play there?
Yeah, I don't think it was tipped. I think I got ready to throw it on the crossing route, saw the guy's hands up, and I think I just tried to change my arm angle at the last second and threw it at his ankles. And at that point, I mean, was hoping said maybe made a catch. But, I mean, I don't miss those throws. Those are throws that I've worked on a long time, whether I'm moving my feet or whether I'm not able to get my back leg through or just finding a way to make that throw is something that, as I said, I work hard on, and it pisses me off when I miss a throw like that, and that's a big 4th down early in the game that we can keep going and move forward and get a touchdown. I think it just changed the whole way that this game plays and goes from there. If I complete that and we're able to stay on the field on 4th down.
On the later 4th and 1, it seemed like you could have run for it, but you saw CD and you tried to make a bigger play down the field. Do you remember that when it was over on CD?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember the play. Came back, CD has a little return route. When I got back to him, he had turned and threw his hand up. And, I mean, obviously there was a whole player that was starting to make his way towards me. I mean, maybe I probably could have ran now looking back at it. But at the time, I mean, I was just trying to get it to CD and make a big play and just put too much on it. And some that, yeah, I mean, as I said, I missed some throws and on some crucial downs, and can't have that.
What do y'all need to do over the next week to ensure that against the Falcons you're the more physical team?
Yeah, I think everybody just has to be accountable for what just happened. You win as a team and you lose as a team, and I think the leader starts with the leaders. We're not looking and asking the coaches to do something different. We've got to be more physical. We've got to take accountability in this loss and make sure that we come in tomorrow, and make sure that we move forward from this, learn from it, and then come in Wednesday and have a great day of practice and make sure that this is something that we learn from, and this feeling sucks, and make sure that we don't feel this again.
Dak, on that fourth down play you were talking about, the throw, the second one, your calf had nothing to do with that one?
No, my calf had nothing to do with the whole game.
The last time you guys were kind of bogged down offense was against the Chargers, and they have a similar style of defense as this. Is there a blueprint out there that they're putting out there on you guys?
No, I wouldn't say so by any means. I mean, I think if you look at the Chargers game, we only got 3 possessions pretty much in the second half, so I wouldn't say that we're just bogged down. I hope teams play us like this for the rest of the year, to be honest. This was just not a great game by us. This wasn't who we normally are, and as I said, we're going to learn from it. I think Coach said it great in the locker room. They sit in the tape that you throw away. We learn a lot from it, and we move forward, but we've got to be accountable for our mistakes and not playing like up to our standard and our expectations, and we'll make sure that we get it cleaned up and get better.
Yeah, teams try to guard against getting too high on themselves. Did you guys allow that to happen to yourselves a little bit in the last week?
I don't know. I mean, at this point, right after this game, and we start the way we did, and we just weren't able to get anything going and got beat on all 3 phases, I would say maybe when you win a game like we did last week on the road against in a tough environment with everything going against us, I think sometimes you think you can just roll out there and get it done. Even when the adversity hits, I don't think there was really ever a point, maybe until the last few minutes in the game, where we didn't think that we were going to be able to get something going to win this game. And then when that sinks in, you just realize it's the NFL. This is a tough business. You got to give those guys on the other sideline a lot of credit, the players, the coaches, the organization, for coming out here and being ready to play and handing it to us.
For that reason, can today help you?
For sure. I mean, I think one of you asked me right this week about learning from a loss, and I said we don't have to lose to learn from it. But when you do lose and you have the negatives, you got to take positive from it, and we'll make sure that we take a lot from this. And as I said, for one, just the feeling in the locker room. A lot of guys were hurt. A lot of guys were upset. I mean, we got beat, and that's not something that we've become used to at this point. I mean, we're a focused team. We're a brotherhood. Nobody liked it. And we'll learn from it in every aspect to make sure that we grow, we become better, we're accountable for it, and we move forward.
Will the early fourth down misses add confidence to the defense, whether it was a throw that you've made 1,000 times or things like that? Do you think that boosted them a little bit when they got those stops?
I mean, sure. I'm sure it does, but it doesn't take confidence away from us. But we still, I mean, on the second fourth down, as we said, we still had an opportunity. That was the second one I missed the throw, right? On the third one, we still had an opportunity to convert and missed another throw. So, I mean, it wasn't about their confidence more as much as it was about just our lack of execution in critical situations.
When you have a game like, we talk about mental toughness so much, when you have a game like this where all 3 phases seem like they have a ton going wrong, how hard is it to fight off frustration in an atmosphere like that?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, especially when you start the second half like that, and you block a punt, and you think that you're getting it there, and then it comes to we touched it. It's tough, but that's what you have to lean on our leaders and lean on the brotherhood and just the camaraderie and everything that we've created, just to be able to, as KZ said, have surfboard shoulders, right? Let it go and duck on the water's back, move forward, and stay in the neutral thinking, and to make sure that we're not too high or too low in those type of moments, and we just focus on getting right back to where we need to be and having an opportunity to make a play the next time.
Is there ever a point when you need to climb out of a hole like this that staying neutral isn't enough to get the energy you need?
No, I mean, I think you always have to stay neutral, honestly, because you're too high, I think you're going to press. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're too positive thinking you're going to press. You're going to try to make something happen that may not just be there. So I think it's always great to be in that neutral. In a game like this, it's tough. As I said, those guys on the other side are great players. They're well coached as well. So when you're in the neutral thinking, you're able to understand that there could be something bad happening, and you're pushing for the good, but you've got to stay there and stay focused and, not get off balance.
Since you came here, can you recall a game like this where things just didn't go your way? Not that you got outplayed, but this stuff didn't go your way.
Indianapolis, 2018, up there. I'd probably say it's about the only time. And, we didn't even score in that game. So I think that was about the only time. I mean, just to be able to get a couple of touchdowns here late makes it a little different than that game because you're able to get on the scoreboard. But they're very similar in just the sense of not getting anything going, getting outplayed, and just getting beat.
As a team, today wasn't what you wanted, but speaking of that late game, what did it mean for Malik to get those couple touchdowns?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, that's a guy that came off injury reserve early in the year and just has been selfless and has been accountable in every aspect of the game and just trying to make sure that he helps this offense with his team, special teams, and doing everything that he can. And, I mean, he came up big right there just late in the game and being able to come in, playing while we're on the ball, being tired, making some big plays, some big catches. And that says a lot just about this team and just the overall from top to bottom.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.